Here we are, Jinzhou's Nexus Tower. Exactly. Let me see, think of it as Jinzhou's largest service station, or an integration hub. It's something along those lines. I'm not much of a tech person myself. Long story short, it's a navigator, a defense system, and a regional information center all in one enormous package. The smaller ones we ran into earlier are resonance beacons. Data is shared between all beacons. You activate one, and the entire map's data will be relayed to your terminal. Pretty nifty, huh? Just place your terminal here.
I have the arrangements in place. Rover, you can come visit the magistrate at any time. Jizya, do you mind bringing Rover over to the city hall?
Pew, pew, pew!
Strike from the shadows!
First time seeing such a crowd in front of this.
I was surprised too. I've never seen so many non-staff personnel here before. Most of the people here have applied for an audience, but I heard they've all been turned down. Most people were advised to...
So this is the true confidence of our rover. I agree, though. So far, you've been ticking all the boxes in our magistrate's description. Sure it can.
Have you thought of something, Rover? You mean... I can't really keep up with your thoughts, but I think a meeting with a magistrate wouldn't hurt.
Same here. Anywhere, Magistrate's the best lead we have for now, no matter what she has in store for Rover.
What do you think, Rover? In that case, how about meeting with the magistrate first? We're not allowed to go with you. Shizia and I will be right outside the city hall. We'll be waiting for you.
That's right. We're not going anywhere. Just give us a shout if anything goes down. Wait, no, we won't be able to...
Magistrate's expecting. Go see for yourself. Everyone's been talking about it. Every guest is important to Jinzhou. They didn't tell me I'm not. Why can't you let me talk to the magistrate?
How far did you get? Did you manage to see the magistrate? I got to see Lady Sanhua. She even looked back at me.
What do you mean I'm not the VIP the magistrate's expecting?
Please, follow me. Kindly have a seat. Lady Sanhua will be with you shortly.
Pleased to make your acquaintance. I apologize for the delay. My name is Sanhua, the bodyguard of Madam Magistrate. I regret to inform you that Madam Magistrate is currently away. Prior to her departure, she instructed me to bring you these tokens and a welcome gift. Madam Magistrate advised you to explore what these tokens represent during her absence. This may help you acquire the information you desire sooner. I apologize for the inconvenience, but please rest assured she will be here to meet you in 3 days' time. Because she will require at least 3 days to complete her current task. Madam Magistrate wanted to assure you that in 3 days, by any means, she will return to meet you in person. I'll be sure to convey your kindness to Madam Magistrate. Please, yes, Madam Magistrate does hope to have your assistance, but there is no rush for a decision. She does not want to pressure you into anything you may not desire. We invite you to learn about our situation before making a final commitment. Sorry, I cannot disclose her whereabouts at this time. Please trust me that she is eagerly looking forward to meeting you in person. Pardon my inability to provide a better answer. Madam Magistrate has a task that she must handle alone, but she has never for one moment forgotten about her meeting with you. Not knowing exactly when you'd arrive, she had to leave without having the chance to welcome you in person. When it comes to these tokens, it is never her intention to confuse you with the puzzles. Instead, they should serve as clues that lead you toward the truth. Madam Magistrate deeply regrets not having the time to deliver her messages to you in person. We value your presence far more than you might imagine. The same goes for any and all information about you. Since Madam Magistrate is currently away, I cannot make the final confirmation on her behalf. But you are truly exceptional. Regarding that, my eyes can see the frequencies of all living beings. Or rather, those frequencies are the only thing I can see. You share the same frequency with Madam Magistrate. You look undistorted and authentic in your original form. In my eyes, you appear the way you are. They all look different. May I have your terminal for a moment? Indeed, it was an oversight on my end. I will now import my contact information and that of all public services, like patrol stations, into your terminal. I will be here on standby, ready to assist whenever you need me. I need your terminal for regional access authorization. I will also configure the latest utility module for you. Madam Magistrate thought you might need it. The utility module on your terminal has been upgraded to the latest iteration. Now, all the utilities, including sensor, levitator, and grapple, should be fully functional. You are now granted unlimited access to all regions in Jinzhou. I have sent your terminal ID to every border pass and residence beacon. You will only need to display your terminal ID or activate a beacon with your terminal for entry. You are free to visit any part of Jinzhou. Yes, including the City Hall. You have full access to its facilities. Also, may I ask, have you decided your place of residence in Jinzhou? If not, Madam Magistrate has arranged accommodation for you in advance, here in the City Hall. I will lead you to your room if you need. Understood. We will be ready to accommodate you any. Anything I can help you with, Rover? With pleasure. What do you wish to know about the tokens? I suggest looking into where these tokens come from, examine their locations of origin, and explore the sites or past events they represent. Then, with pleasure, what do you wish to know about the tokens? Of course, with pleasure. What do you wish to... Anything I can help you with, Rover?
Rover! It took you so long. What gives? Was our magistrate a chatterbox? So Madam Magistrate's not in the city hall. It sure is.
Shisia, the increasing tacit fields, uncannily powerful tacit discords, and now, our magistrate's absence.
Plus, the mysterious Rover.
I'm afraid. So, Madam Magistrate is meeting you in 3 days. Do you have any plans, Rover? Rover, do you mind if we have a look at the tokens?
So, what's so special about them? A candy? Oh, I've had these when I was a kid. I think they were called sugar pearls? But I haven't seen anything like this in a while. Went out of trend, maybe.
It reminds me of my childhood. I was really scared of getting my flu shots when I was little. But what does it mean as a token? It seems like a minute on this sundial. Time seems to be represented by the 12 earthly branches drawn on the outer ring of its surface. And its inner ring shows the 4 symbols, each representing one cardinal direction. Generally, the teal long represents the east. The white tiger stands for the west. It seems the sundial is supposed to show both time and direction. But how can it work when there is not a compass attached?
Ugh, that requires way too much brain power. The color of this leaf seems a bit odd. Can't tell what tree it is.
I think I can feel something from it. Never mind. It's too faint. Sorry. I can't tell what kind of tree this leaf belongs to either. This says magazines are not native to Zhengzhou. They are usually imported by. They're not always available for purchase, though. The frequent tacit Discord outbreaks can disrupt transportation and cause shortages. The Midnight Ring. So Zhixia and I share similar childhood memories of the Sugar Pearl.
When it comes to candies, no one knows them better than the kids of Jinzhou.
I don't have candy like that. But I've got this. It's really good. You can have one. Madam Magistrate said we should be nice to every guest.
There's still some distance to the Huaxu Academy. Let's see who reaches there faster. Yang Yang just installed some apps for you, remember? Just look for the one that's called Utilities on the terminal. See? Just open the Utilities, select the grapple. See? See? Just open the Utilities, select the grapple, and there you go. If you want to be a hero like... Oh, wait a sec. Someone's looking for me. Yeah? What? When duty calls. Oops. Almost forgot. Can't be late. Sorry, Rover, Yang Yang. I've got to head off for my shift. I'll join you right after I'm done, all right? If you need me, just shout my name. And I, the Jinzhou Speedster, will be there in a sec. Stop! Anyway, I gotta go. You guys okay on your own? Give me a heads up when there's any updates.
Sure. Go do your thing. Rover, let's go inside. To my message. She's probably busy in her lab. Over there must be Mr. Mortifi from the Department of Safety. Baizhi once mentioned him before. He might be able to help us. Anyway, let's try asking him, shall we?
What? You need something?
Mr. Mortifi, please pardon our intrusion.
I see. I hope I didn't cause any offense earlier.
Not at all. It was us who bothered you.
Baizhi should be in the data analysis room. I'll go tell her you're here.
Thank you, sir. This is Mortifi, a renowned figure in the Department of Safety. He was born in the new Federation.
Here you are. The data we collected in the Gorges of Spirits has been submitted for analysis. Any discoveries during your trip to the City Hall?
What do you think, Baizhi?
I have a hypothesis about the Sugar Pearl, but I need to verify it first. If possible, I recommend conducting non-destructive tests of all these tokens you have. Data is always straightforward. The first 3 tokens can be tested at my branch's laboratory. This miniature sundial will require radiographic testing, though. To access the necessary equipment, we'll need to file a request with one of the Tacitite Studies-related branches. Indeed. One moment, please.
Give me the items to be tested. Anything else you need me to know, you can let me know now. You may retrieve your items in 20 minutes. And the analysis report will be ready 5 minutes after. I don't see anything special with these items. Speaking of the sugar pearl, you all remember Eno? I'm from the New Federation. You mean the
I remember a nurse lady giving me a candy like that.
So, sugar pearls like this were distributed at hospitals, perhaps.
The sugar pearl might be a type of medicine. Its sweet taste would have made it more palatable to children.
Miss Baija, as a Huanglong local working at the academy, I suppose you already had an idea about what it is?
I do have my theory as to what it is, but it still needs verification. I wouldn't proclaim any solid answers before confirming the chemical composition of this item with reliable data.
Seconded. Let's find out through actual testing then.
It will take some time before the results are ready. If you have other matters to take care of, you should go ahead.
Shall we wait here at the academy, Rover?
Sure you can. But don't forget your physical examination. I'll see you in a while for that. I have the equipment ready. I'll need to check your health status. Now let's begin, if you're ready. Can you try to manifest the Crownless's frequency without using your terminal? I am not seeing the Crownless's data in your terminal. So the Crownless's frequency energy was consumed by your body, leaving no trace behind. But how did you manage to do that? It's as though there's another mechanism within. How do you define monster? For resonators like you, when a resonator's mental capacity is overwhelmed, they may lose control of their forte, causing an overflow of resonance energy. We have established a comprehensive overclock diagnosis. Your waveform graph shows a remarkable level of stability, surpassing any resonator I've encountered. Your risk of overclocking should be minimal. You don't need to worry about that for the time being. To put it simply, it seems there is another dimension or a creature hiding inside your body. A universe. That's a poetic and intriguing comparison. It seems we need a simulated combat to figure out what happened in your body. Please hold your terminal tight and stay still. Simulated training ground. Don't worry, Yang Yang and I will assist you. Please fight the simulated tacit discords like you normally would.
Come forth.
As Yotan had previously detected, your bodily functions are in good condition, and you seem entirely unaffected by the Crownless's energy. Now, we will temporarily boost your resonance ability for further testing.
resonance.
Not the slightest fluctuation in your frequency energy. So it was not your resonance ability either. I suppose we'll do another round to fully test your potential.
I sense your weakness. One with the sounds.
We have gathered all the data we need. The test is ending soon. Rosa, you can find the exit straight up ahead.
Rover, can you hear me? Hello?
The comm line is dead. Something's wrong. Gotta be cautious. Now, where is the exit? I'm back to the same spot again. And this moon. What is happening? Are those tacit discords? Rover! Rover! Thank goodness! You're awake, Baiji. What happened just now? The connection was suddenly cut off.
Rover, do you still remember what you saw? Can you give us some more details? An enormous moon looming above you. This is the first time we've run into anything. The sonorosphere captures everything that once happened in a specific time and place, be it good or bad. We built this simulated training ground after the structure of sonorospheres. Our goal was to extract pure remnant energy with the simulated sonorosphere. Your arrival may have revived the abnormal frequencies we accidentally captured. Remnant energy sometimes gives rise to memory manifestations of sentient beings. I suspect it could have something to do with your unconscious mind. Such anomalies could have been hiding in the simulation, and they resonated with your subconscious. Or perhaps they were lifted. I'm afraid I can't give you a conclusion yet. Not until we've run a thorough analysis on the data collected. I'll also check the simulated sonorosphere again to see what on earth happened to it. In terms of bodily functions, you seem to be in perfect, but if you feel anything unusual, please come find me anytime.
I am Baiju, a researcher at the Huashu Academy. Let me witness where this encounter will take us.
Please, make some room. I want to look, see? Oh, Black Shore's member, Encore reporting.
Ranger Donjing. Worry not. My Crimson Blade will not harm you as long as you haven't done anything bad.
Oh, time for another afternoon consultation, I see. What's...
Talk is cheap. Show me the action.
What kind of story will Encore hear today?
Here's your sundial.
Mr. Mortefi, can we have the test result?
Simply put, it's hollow. Here, try tapping on it. It's not just a timekeeping tool. It's an intricate mortise and tenon. This sundial is hollow with an inner compartment. We scanned it, and there is a small paper scroll inside. However, it's missing we should be able to spin the wheels on the sundial once the right component is installed. I have some basic knowledge, but there is someone else who is more knowledgeable in automata mechanics than I am. It wouldn't have taken me this long if we were dealing with tacitite weapons. Install the missing part, then rotate the wheels to their correct positions, and you should be able to solve the puzzle and act. However, I still have no idea what the missing component should look like. Well, that's a no-brainer indeed. We could certainly give it a try. If you're fine with the paper scroll being destroyed by its protective mechanism, that is. One moment. I have an What is it? You certainly are well informed. It's indeed beautiful data.
Rover, Mr. Mortefi's expression seems to have softened. We haven't even asked him to help us with assembling. It looks like Mr. Mortefi needs more time. Rover, let's come back later, shall we?
Yes, of course. Indeed. Your workshop? Stop sweet-talking me. I get it. Sorry for keeping you waiting. Let's get back to the sundial. It's a mortise and tenon-based puzzle box. The missing component in the middle needs to fulfill two entirely different structural requirements at the same time. Considering its entire structure, this component needs an automatic buckle that goes down on top of an embedded pointer. I'll draw up a design for you. The parts you'll need can be found in Jiang Li's workshop. I've already informed him about it. Division of labor is more efficient in getting things done. Besides, I would like...
Here comes Encore!
I mentally prepared myself for the worst, but though it is a bit hard to figure out where This should be it. Let's go back and show it to Mr. Mort.
Bullies, let's race!
Mr. Mortefi, we found the parts.
Good. Bring it to me.
The test results are in. The mangosteen is just an ordinary fruit. It's suitable for regular consumption. We found nothing unusual about it. From the purple leaf you presented, I detected subtle fluctuations in tacit discord's frequency from two distinct sources. But this is a rare occurrence. The scattered nature of these fluctuations rules out the possibility of them being left behind through contact. This is not an ordinary leaf, but it doesn't seem to be a tacit discord either. Based on the data we gathered, I believe it was sampled from an area struck with the wave-worn phenomena.
Yes, the anomalies that occurred after the lament, including the formation of tacit fields, etheric sea, retroact rain, and gravity loss. These are collectively called the wave-worn phenomena, and the lament was the start of it all.
As for the sugar pearl, it has been determined to be a type of oral vaccine. This sugar pearl expired over 20 years ago. The low-temperature storage life for this vaccine is about 2 years.
A 20-year-old vaccine. Could it be related to the children's epidemic in Zhengzhou 2 decades ago?
The archives in the Academy should have information on the sugar pearl. The archives here are organized in a unique way. You can start by searching the keywords at the lobby terminal.
Mr. Mortefi?
The missing pointer has been installed, and now the sundial should be complete.
So, the discs are rotatable now.
Yes. Align the correct markers with the pointer we just installed, and then you should be able to open it.
The earthly branches and 4 symbols. These symbols are related to the sexagenary cycle. It's an intricate way of recording time in Huanglong. Nowadays, it is mainly reserved for calendars. Now, what kind of information could it represent?
It's the filing system. Most of Huanglong's libraries and databases still use this method to organize their archives, namely the Grand Libraries. The Academy's public archives are organized in this manner too.
I found it. It's located on... Mao Cheng Si Wu Wei. Rover, it's here! There are 2 photos. Huh. If I remember correctly, Zhenzhou was established during a year of Wei, several cycles ago. The Gorges of Spirits battle sparked Zhenzhou's founding, and the formidable tacit discord described here? I believe it is the Crownless. Rover, about the sugar pearl. What do you think, Rover?
Let's look back on what we've gathered so far. Simply put, one token can lead to multiple targets, and one target may hold several pieces of information. We both had a reason for meeting. The Magist, however, her tokens contain both what she wants to tell me and what I want to ask her, making maybe she was running out of time. That's why she could only offer us scraps of the puzzle instead of actually putting it together. Or perhaps she's indeed a master strategist, leaving breadcrumbs for us to follow. She needed to ensure that those who may come across these tokens without... If it were you, Yang Yang, what would you do to make sure the recipient gets what you mean?
I would emphasize my true message by repeating it again and again. The streams have guided me to you. I have a feeling we'll be companions for many moons to come.
Da-da-da-da-da-da! I'm back! I'm back! Finally done with my patrol.
Vijay said he is in great health. No issues to report. We made some progress in investigating the tokens, too.
Nothing special. A typical patrol. Well, Uncle Chang's cat climbed a tree, and on its way down, it landed on Uncle Chumpy's. I received a report about someone going missing. I just logged the case and talked to the person who reported it. You're not the one they're searching for, though. Anyhow, I also tried searching for Rover's terminal number, but the system came up with nothing. The latest record was from today when I took Rover for registration. It's the middle of the night. Of course. All right, I still owe you a meal. The night markets are closed, though. Let's grab breakfast at Panhua's restaurant tomorrow before my shift. Time to hit the hay, obviously. Don't tell me you're planning on some nightly activities. Then you'll feel right at home with the Midnight Rangers. Or more like, the Midnight Danger.
Do you have a place to stay, Rover?
Talk about hospitality. All right, enough chatter or the sun's gonna come up. Let's get Rover back to the City Hall, and we'll leave the rest till tomorrow. Mrs. Panwa, good morning. 3 bowls of extra spicy noodles, please. What did I tell ya? Nothing beats a bowl of spicy noodles in the morning.
What do you say, Rover?
Looks like Bijur's locked herself in the lab again. Hasn't left since yesterday. Bet we won't see her till she's done with her research. No, wait. Since you're the subject of that research, we could use you as bait to lure her out. We can tie you up at the Academy's entrance. With just a few tugs of the rope, I bet every researcher will come running at you with Bijur leading the pack. By the way, now that we figured out the sugar pearl and the sundial, all that's left, so it only took us 1 trip to the Academy to solve half of our problems. Either Rover's really smart, or Madam Magistrate was gonna make it easy for us to begin with.
What's our next plan of action, Rover? Yes, that may work too. Any plans?
That's the spirit. Been beating my brain up until now. It's time to get these joints cracking for a change. Whoa! She's fast! She's furious! She's a TD killing machine!
Oh, please stop it, you two.
It's a no-go for me if you're leaving the city. My shift's coming up. Protect Rover well, and shoot me a message if you need anything, all right, Yang Yang?
Without a doubt.
Here comes Encore!
We Resonators can boost our combat ability. If you feel like it, head to Instructor Yan at the training camp.
Yang Yang, did you hear that?
That should be the Midnight Range's training camp. Instructor Yan is in charge of training new recruits. I heard he's pretty... Defense of the city gate has been strengthened.
Access pass is required if you're heading to the Norfall Barrens. That place is now off limits. What is your business, young lady? It's my 3rd shift and you're still here.
Oh, you must be the soldier on duty at noon yesterday. Nice to see you again. I'm a resonator and a trained martial artist. I've promised the missing man's grandfather to bring him back.
Be that as it may.
Well, everything seems fine in the city.
That's why we must stay vigilant. Besides, General Jian is currently there at the Norfall Barrens base. Dangerous as it is, he will keep an eye on We have already sent a report on your case. You could just go home and wait for the good news. What's the point?
Thank you, but I have already asked the patrol station for help and tried every method I could think of. Please let me through. I understand your concern. I don't want to be a bother. Would it help if I hid my presence and stayed somewhere further away? How about 5 miles? Or maybe 100? Well, 1,000 might be too far, though.
Listen, nobody knows when the soldiers will return, and even if they do, you might not find the one you seek. It's a dangerous road ahead if you want to reach the front lines, and you don't even have an access pass. Your access pass has been verified. Just you two?
Thank you for your help. I really appreciate it. I intend to leave the city with them, and they have agreed. Will it be an issue for you?
Well, it says you have the highest level of access, so no procedural issues here. Honestly, she could lead an entire troop out of the city with that access pass, and no one would question it.
Sure.
So you're looking for the relative of a veteran, and you believe he's in the midnight...
Exactly. According to what I've gathered, Mr. Zhang Ye's grandson is very likely in the Desert Rock Highlands. Thanks to your help, I can finally leave the city to find him. Of course.
You don't look like soldiers. Why are you here?
I am Yang Yang, an outrider of the
A missing person. The one you're looking for. Is he...
Yes. Have you seen him? Is he all right?
I met him once. He's not officially enlisted, but he seemed determined to join us. He's been secretly following our troops since last year. I think a quartermaster of the rear guards escorted him away, so he must be in the rear guards camp. He can't be anywhere else. The actual front lines are right up ahead, and we...
Thank you.
Now, if you're heading that way, I have a request. On your way there, you should run into 2 detection beacons.
Sure, we will.
Great. I'll send the coordinates to your terminal.
Is that the beacon?
They don't look like soldiers.
Greetings. What might interest you here? It's dangerous.
Oh, nothing really. You see...
Excuse me, about the...
Run, everyone!
I can't move. So...
Oh, please don't arrest us! We really had no choice.
What happened? Do you need help?
The battles are getting real bad up north, and we couldn't live. We ain't eaten in ages, and we're broke. Then we found some expensive-looking stuff here. Now that the military's out there...
A damage detection beacon might result in a sudden TD invasion from the direction it covers. Our frontline troops would face attacks from both sides.
We ain't got the time for that. If we don't steal...
You shouldn't be stealing public property. There's still some distance from here to Jinzhou City. Here, you can have my flatbreads. Oh, and here's some money. This should be enough for you to reach the city.
You're giving us all of these? Thank you. Thank you.
Hey, you! Come over and say thank you before you eat.
It was nothing. Master once told me, the sage takes care of all men and abandons none.
Watch out!
A tough nut, ain't you?
I just helped you. Why did you attack us?
You're not feeding us all with your bread and pennies. Hand over your goods and grub, or face the consequences. We ain't messing with no kids, but don't test our patience.
We're begging you, stop!
Why did you attack? Do you have other mouths to feed?
They seem trained.
Of course we're ordinary people. We just joined the exiles recently. We done some wrongs. Tried to run from the patrollers and left the city, but dang, didn't know the...
Then we ran out of food and cash halfway. So we ain't got the balls to rob the army. Hey, since you're being so generous, how about you throw a little extra cash our way? There's a bunch of us.
Wait. What I gave them was enough for them to make it to Jinzhou, even when they are so many. I used to travel alone when I left my master.
Hey, what's wrong with you, girlie?
Pain comes with coveting. He who knows he has enough is rich. It was only meant to sustain you long enough for you to reach the city.
You don't understand, girl. You don't make money very easily in a time like this. If we can't find jobs in the city, we're gonna starve again.
I came from a seclusive place, learning the ways of the world from scratch. It's been a hard time. If you really can't find any job in the city, come to Liu Xian Tea House and ask for Jack.
Hurry, move, let's get out of here. I'm not listening.
No, I wasn't trying to. Wait. Please put that down.
Quite the sharp eye.
Is this the only detection beacon you messed with?
Heck yeah. The first one we were trying to steal and you bumped right into it.
Really? Then why does that one over there seem broken too?
That ain't got nothing to do with us. It's been that way for ages. Plus, we ain't ever reaching it with all those thorns.
I see. You may leave now. The military's base is not far from here. Shall we fix the beacons before go?
One with the sounds. One with the sounds. One with the sounds.
The thorns are blocking our path. Weird. We'll have to clear them before we can reach the beacon. Oh, please be careful. They look sharp. Maybe we can find something nearby to help us deal with them.
One with the sounds.
Master Tianxing. Are you alright?
This is my first time on a battlefield. It feels so different here.
I know another shipment of supplies has just arrived. I've confirmed it, but it's not nearly enough. We must reach out to the city again and demand more supplies immediately.
But the approval process...
Tell them it's an emergency. We are working around the clock here. Any delay could mean the end of our defense. Do they not comprehend? I'll talk to them if you can't make them listen. Now go, go, go! Move, move! What is it? Why are you new here? Are you back up? Wait, you don't look like one of us.
I am Yang Yang, an outrider of the
Excuse me, one moment, please. Careful! This chest holds vital medical supplies. If the wounded return and find no medicine, it's on you. Handle with care and precision. An outrider. So, you were part of the backup force, right? Oh, sorry, have to answer. Yes, what is it? An overclocked resonator. Understood. I'm sorry. The wounded soldiers are being sent back from the front lines. We need someone to escort them to the medics, but
what exactly do you need us to...
Just make sure they are safe. The medics will take care of them. Thank you.
It's so busy here. It looks like they don't even have the time to catch their breath.
Supplies, medical care, equipment maintenance, personnel management, and logistics.
So this is what a real war looks like. I had no idea it could get this bad.
Most people would never have the chance to witness any of this. I think this is exactly what our military strives for, to ensure peace and safety for our citizens. It's a sacrifice made so others don't have to live in fear.
Are you all right?
I'm okay. I'm just, it's okay. I'm fine.
I'll go find a medic. Please calm down. Your wound...
That's barely a scratch. That's not bravado. My wounds can close on their own. It's my resonance ability.
Stop squirming, will you? We're here because you... Please hold him still for me.
Sure.
Thank you for your assistance. You must be tired. Please, take some rest.
They look badly injured.
Don't worry. They've received proper treatment now. They'll recover in time. Thanks to General Jian, we've seen a significant drop in the number of casualties. I've heard from veterans that soldiers used to be ordinary people, not resonators. The battles were brutal even back then, with the stench of blood lingering through the rain. But things have improved. Each injury represents countless tacit discords eliminated by our brave soldiers. Resonators in the Midnight Ranges are incredible warriors. Those who have to retreat from
They are the ones keeping our people safe. What I've been doing is not worth mentioning compared to them.
Please don't put it like that. Without your help, we couldn't have helped so many wounded soldiers in such a short time. Now that they're all safe, you should go and take care of your own issues.
Thank you. May I ask where the quartermaster is?
The quartermaster isn't here. He's on the floor above, directing munitions.
Rover, Where are we going next?
Here are some recipes for dietary supplements from my sect. They might help the wound.
Oh, great. You have my thanks.
One with the sounds.
Have you confirmed the inventory? What about the spare list? Sort out the consumables as... Ewa, deliver this list to Asher. You're not Ewa. Where is she?
Excuse me. I'm an outrider of the Midnight Rangers.
Sure. Please excuse me. I'll join you later.
What are you doing? Oh, please excuse me. Thought that was a grenade. Is this...
Master Tianxing, have you found the person?
Yes, I found Zhuyan. We will return to the city with the logistics team. I heard you two still have other matters to attend to. When you have the time, let's catch up at Liu Shan Tea House. It's my great pleasure to have met you.
Us running into Master Tianxing was a one-off incident. If the Mangosteen indicates something about war, what is Madam Magistrate trying to convey? Have you thought of something, Rover?
I think...
So, Madam Magistrate wants to tell us about General T. We haven't reached the front lines yet, but I can already smell the iron in the air. I sense tension and unease. Our soldiers stationed at the borders. I hope they're okay.
General! Follow the Qinglong to war! Bide the time. Fear no more. Retreat to advance. Unstoppable. You worry. Finale. Time to fight back. Retreat to advance. Wind Rider. I can take you. Take the time. My last breath. Wind Rider. Fear no more. Bide the time. Unstoppable.
What's the matter? Are you all right? Oh, I was worried. You just stood there and...
It felt as if I was seeing through the eyes of a tacit discord. I think.
An imposing warrior wielding the power of a Qinglong. The front lines are not far from here. General Tian must be there. It doesn't seem like a coincidence. Your vision. It might be what was happening on the battlefield not far. The battle itself is a clear sign of an anomaly. The streams from the Norfolk Barrens feel over. Something on that battlefield must be connected to you. But I didn't hear anything or sense any frequencies. Rover?
According to Baiji, the leaf showed residual fluctuations of tacit discords. Those fluctuations pointed to a certain set of coordinates.
And that is Teacher Village in the Central Plains. As I make myself reflect on my goals and plans, those voices in the streams become clearer, and everything starts to make more sense. Rover, perhaps you can...
One with the sounds.
This must be the place. I sensed something ominous from the leaf back there, but I couldn't pinpoint its source. And now, the hatred and pain is so strong in this place. I don't even need to concentrate to feel it. And now, the hatred and pain is so strong in this place. I don't even need to concentrate to feel it. Rover, something terrible must have happened here. We have to be cautious. This is a tacit field. Let's take out those tacit discords first.
Leave me alone! Ha! Leave me alone! Into Woolly's belly you go! Leave me alone! That didn't hurt at all!
Swift and resolute.
Woolly's attack!
I think I found something, Rover.
Watch out.
Something's not right. Why?
Brother. Brother. Help.
It seems to only repeat these lines. The tacit discords attack other living beings because they need to feed on those frequencies to make themselves whole. This one probably devoured the frequencies of turning the last bits of a human's consciousness into such monotonous mumbles. Are these? I'm sorry. No, that's beyond my ability. I just, Rover. I think it seems to be begging for help, but it's not asking us to help it. I can sense the village is crying. Wait, something truly awful must have happened here. Based on the evidence we've found and the condition of these ruins, perhaps the tacit field has kept this village from being discovered. There must be something we can do. I'll inform Shuzia. Sorry, I know it doesn't sound very convincing. It's just a hunch of mine, and I thank you, Rover. As for the little one here, let's leave it. The area is a mess. Look, there are many foot. Someone was injured. Ritualistic wooden plate. Why are they here? They seem to belong to a different. I remember reading about something like this. People held large-scale ancient rituals periodically in their villages, driven.
I see. Let's check somewhere else.
These cards. I see. The Fraxidus is likely behind it all.
The Fraxidus?
Yes. I don't know much about the Fraxidus, but as an outrider, it's a group of extremists obsessed with fusing humans with tacit discords.
Fusing humans and tacit discords.
We've seen signs of their presence in Jinzhou. Above the artificers are the overseers. No one knows their true intentions. There is one particularly insane overseer. A man who sees no order and revels in destruction. I've seen similar. They belong to this one overseer I'm talking about. If he's responsible for what happened to these villagers, who knows what kind of cruel and twisted atrocities he's capable of.
Guess you won't need my self-introduction. Oh, I spent... If you need to hear it from me, then yes, I am Scar, cruel and twisted maniac. We deserve a meeting free of such disturbances, don't you agree? The girl, she's gonna sway your judgment. Aw, so you really care about her. Don't worry. I don't plan to make you hate me just yet. She is safe now. Well, let's just enjoy our time together for the moment. Forget about that irrelevant to begin with. I heard you've lost your memories. Indeed. I'll tell you then. Before you knew anything about this world, you were already the center of conflict. You are the unknown variable we've been waiting for. Forces, from the moment you opened your eyes, everyone you've met, including that girl you care so much about, they all knew how valuable you are. The world is a cruel place. You are a living, breathing person, but you're just a pawn to many. That's why I'm here, because I see you as a dear friend, and I want to tell you the truth. I am so sorry for everything you're about to face. But truth hurts sometimes. You could say I'm looking forward to your choice. My goal is simple. I just want to deepen our mutual understanding, nothing more. Come on. Observe the surroundings a little more and tell me what you see. As you learn more about this world, your true desires will surface, and our little game will become even more entertaining. And before that, I don't want anyone to disturb my precious alone time with you. That's all. Why do you have to assume we are the culprits? Maybe you should be asking me what actually happened here. I won't tell you everything just yet. That's too boring. As I said, why don't you take a look around and see for yourself? So go ahead. What do you see? Bravo! Didn't think you'd catch on to that. Now, what is the conclusion you've drawn? I see you don't really trust those villagers. So they were right about you. You are indeed quite exceptional. I like it. Your keen observation, precise judgment, and accurate understanding of human nature. Let me give you a couple more tips. The truth is far more complicated than you think. First, who are the players in our tale? An innocent girl, a revered leader, and a flock of simple villagers. Next, what makes up our main plot? False devotion, fleeting kindness. Collect now, Rover. The story is yours to spin. I'm eager to hear your version after you've learned more. Our story begins here. Once upon a time, in a peaceful in the day, they toiled for food. And when evening fell, they fables. Stories told and retold through the ages. The ancient art of conveying hidden truths through fiction. But they always draw from real life, don't they? The same story gets told by many. And each person brings their own spin, their own focus. Whatever you learn from it is just one of countless different interpretations. Like us now, caught in a carefully crafted plotline, a scheme I had no hand in. This village marks the beginning of my story with Jinzhou. So that magistrate led you here to meet me. Such a clever move on her part. One day, a shepherd visited the village. The shepherd brought them promises of abundance and protection. Nope, quite the opposite. The shepherd's arrival is only the beginning. With a wave of his hand, the shepherd could grant their every wish. His flock obeyed, bowing their heads, pleading for better food and shelter. They no longer had to struggle for survival, as their once meager lives were replaced with endless luxury. The flock worshipped their shepherd-turned-god, praising him and holding him in the highest regard. What's wrong? Does my story make you uncomfortable? Imagine you were one of those lambs, facing irresistible temptation and pressure from your peers. Oh, so we agree already. You are right, but the world we live in falls short of our ideals. The shepherd still reigns, and the lambs have grown complacent. It's up to the two of us to make that ideal world a reality.
Woolies, let's race!
The lambs reveled in endless bonfire parties, celebrating their new god every night. Except the one little black lamb. As each night passed, it was the only one to notice how its flock was dwindling away. Rover, do you think someone would give you what you want without taking anything from you? I once believed that too. But true equality is scarce. Always has been. The world was never a fair place. Wouldn't you agree? To receive equal retribution, one must give more and more and more. When every wish comes with a hefty price, people weigh their options carefully. When they can make someone else bear the price, they all rush to make more wishes. They don't consider they too may one day pay for another's selfish desire. Funny, isn't it? Later, the shepherd openly blamed the black lamb for the flock's decline. On the next day, the white lambs welcomed the rising sun as usual, but the black lamb was nowhere to be found. The shepherd introduced an unspoken rule to this village. One that our black lamb violated by telling the truth. Suddenly, the once doting god stopped fulfilling wishes because no more sacrifices were being made. After witnessing the black lamb's actions and hearing from their almighty shepherd, what do you suppose the white lambs did? Those oblivious lambs. Little did they know the most fearsome demon was right under their noses. Well done. You did now. I wonder, what is your takeaway from this story? Answer me and I'll reveal the truth of what happened. Who was the real culprit behind the diminishing number of lambs? Indeed, the direct culprit was the shepherd. He held all the power, fulfilling wishes at a price. The lambs knew the risks. Unfortunately, in the face of such temptation, if they were given another chance, I believe they would still choose the same path. Inevitably, they accepted their fate and paid the price when their time came. Now, my second question. Of course, as always, life was the most valuable thing they had to offer. Here's my final question. What happened to the black lamb? Don't rush, Rover. Take your time. What is the truth you've uncovered?
The shepherd was granting wishes by sacrificing the lives of lambs. The flock found out the truth, but chose to be his accomplices, and they willingly offered the black lamb as another sacrifice.
That's right. Little lambs cowered and huddled in their village, terrified of the relentless wolf packs. Until a shepherd arrived, bearing the gift of wishes and providing shelter and sustenance. Slowly, the shepherd gained control over the flock, and the lambs lived contented lives. But this is not the end of our story. The shepherd found the solitary black lamb in his flock and offered to grant any wish it desired. In exchange, he wanted one of its companions as a sacrifice. The black lamb refused, and it was shunned by its flock, left without shelter or sustenance. After the black lamb's exile, more lambs continued to vanish. The shepherd then blamed the black lamb for breaking the rules and withheld his wish-granting power as punishment. From the very beginning, the lambs knew the risk of making wishes. They too could become sacrifices for those of others. But they always believed it wouldn't be them. Meanwhile, some lambs reasoned that since they had already risked being sacrificed for someone else's wish, it was then only fair to pass on that risk for a chance at fulfilling their own desires. And so they continued to play the game. They all knew the consequences, but chose to remain silent. Fearful, yet greedy, they followed the shepherd's orders and made wishes again and again, until one day, a brave black lamb spoke up, shattering the flock's facade, their illusion of a peaceful and happy life. The black lamb got in their way, and that of the shepherd's greedy pursuit, sparking hatred in their hearts. Suddenly, they could no longer ignore the blood and ashes of past sacrifices littering the ground. How do you like my story, Rover? What really happened here? I suppose you already have it figured out? The black lamb who rebelled against the rules, the innocent maiden sacrificed, and the villagers who turned on each other in a... They had it coming. All the shepherd had to do was execute the rebel. That's how he kept the flock in check and maintained the status quo. Fun answer, but no. Not even close. I was never the shepherd. Never will be. You and I, we are the black lamb. Interesting, Rover. I'm liking you more and more. Well then, let's see if this black lamb is going to end up like you say. Welcome to the realm of endless chaos. Now is your time to think, Rover. What is the right path to take? Oh, you've found us already. Shake and shiver, blink an eye. A flock of lambs comes passing by. Fleece of white, black, and red. Who's the sweetest one ahead? Watch out, my dear. Your pioneers are lying at your feet. Don't look back. join them on this right path. And I've got a scorch. Don't rush. One slip, and you'll shatter to pieces. Such speed! Such brutality! Can't you see? We are kindred spirits after all. Tell me, do you want to be the rule-setting shepherd or the rule-breaking black lab? If a sane person manages to survive in a realm of lunatics, would you call them the last one of reason? Or the sole apostle? Think about it. The shepherd is not the preordained embodiment of truth. Once he is gone for good, the Black Lab can reclaim the trust of its herd. Then, eventually, there will be none left to be victims or aggressors.
You're it! Leave me alone! Hey, what's the big idea? Hey, what's the big idea? Hey, what's the big idea? Here comes Uncle. Oopsie daisy. Leave me alone! You're in for it now. Rover!
Such a messy girl.
Rover? Rover! I shattered Scar's illusion. That should have injured him.
Oh! Should I thank you for showing me mercy?
Stay away from her.
Didn't you promise to leave me some alone time with Rover?
With one condition. I do hope you haven't let that slip from your mind. Don't let your improvisation trouble others.
Look at you, rushing in to protect your precious, perfect movement. No worries. I know all the do's and don'ts. I don't need you. Rover, it seems are happy. But don't forget my sincere reminders. Let me know what you choose. An unexpected gift? An honest and open exchange? Or a highly risky gamble? The choice is yours. I know how smart you are. You won't make a hasty decision. We'll meet again in the not too distant future.
They're gone. Should we go after them? No. Don't Scar's resonance abilities appear to involve teleportation and the manipulation of space? He trapped me in confinement, and it took me some time to break that barrier. Sorry, Rover.
Brother. Brother.
Huh? Why are you here, little one? I've never seen any tacit discord display such vivid emotions. The brother had mentioned. Could it be? Yes, that is a possibility, since Scar had been here before. Let's talk about it later. Rover, it seems all the tragedies in Tea Tree Village were linked to that ritual. Making up stories based on real life to support his twisted beliefs? That does sound like something he might do. We cannot take his words for granted. Now, we must locate where the ritual took place and see for ourselves. What's the matter? Two distinct frequencies of tacit discords. I see. I can feel it in the streams. Over there. Follow me.
In the south.
They are unharmed. Please rest assured. As you anticipated, Scar did not try to kill them. Yes, I stayed out of it like you asked. Is everything all right on your end? Please be sure to stay safe, my lady.
Rover, do you still have the plaque we found earlier? The one broken in half? Yes, as I thought. I just felt a similar vibration from that direction. Please follow me.
It's the missing half. We can piece them together now.
Down. I can't believe it. I can't believe... believe it. There is such a big opening down here. How odd. This place... That tree. It's stunning. It's almost eerily enchanting.
Please, save us.
Are you trying to tell us about... Where did it go? That girl just wanted to save her village, but those sacrifices didn't lead to redemption. I guess the tacit discord we saw stayed here to convey her last wishes. Please excuse me. It's getting a bit too cold here. Can we head back now? Sorry, Rover. I didn't feel comfortable down there. The air was heavy in that place, without any wind to speak of. But I could still feel so many emotions. The villagers were a complex mix of emotions. Hope, resentment, and despair. And as I read the diary, what was the diary's owner longing for? Was it the peaceful life she once had? Or did she miss her only family? The person who pushed her towards such a tragic end? My apologies. I got lost in thoughts again. I wish I could say such tragedies won't happen again. But I still lack the confidence to make that claim. It was tragedies like this that made me want to become an outrider. To become someone with the strength to stop them from ever happening again. I cannot stop the lament. But at least I should do everything in my power to help those Really? Thank you, Rover. Dwelling on it won't do us any good. Let's go. I'll go. Yes, let's go back. Together.
Administering first aid.
Hopefully this helps.
One with the sounds. One with the sounds. One with the sounds. Remnants of the past. Cherish every gain. One with the sounds.